Kathy Greenman then asked, she actually just wrote conditioning polo ponies for competition.
Okay, so that I saw the question, and it's quite a difficult one to answer because it's not really specific. I'm not sure if we're answering about how to bring horses back if they've been out of work, or how to keep them fit for competition when they're in work and in the season. So, if they've been out of work, for me, the sort of general rule of thumb is for every month they've been out, they need a week of walking before they start to trot. And you would also then add you would start with a half an hour walk and a 15-minute trot. And then you would build it up to a half an hour walk and a 20-minute trot, and slowly build it up that way until they're trotting half an hour. Now you're going to start to bring them in and single the horse and stick and ball it, and then gradually increase the speed of the stick and ball sessions and cut back on the time to start. It would be a nice, long, easy stick and ball just to get the horse, breathing and tucking its tummy up. And then you're going to start to get it aerobically fit by doing it a little bit quicker with the stops and turns and things like that. Don't overdo that, though, because it's wear and tear on the horse. And the more you do it, the shorter your horses are going to last you. But you do have to do it to put some air into them. You're then going to play them chukkers. And I would suggest that your first chukker is a half chukker. 3.5 minutes, horse off the field. And you can eventually gradually build that time up until they're seeing a chukker through at a slower pace. Don't push the horse at the beginning. Then start to, now we're getting towards competition, and you're starting to push that horse and get it aerobically fit. So you're pushing it for 3.5 minutes really hard, get it off the field. If it's a horse that it's in the middle of the season, then you have to really figure out how often in the week you're playing. If you're only playing on the weekend and you're playing Friday, Saturday, for example, or Saturday, Sunday, then through the beginning of the week, let's say you've played Friday, Saturday, Sunday's an off day in most stables, okay? Or if maybe that's only in Egypt here, where Friday's a weekend. If you play Saturday, Sunday, Monday's an off day through the rest of the world. Give the horse a break on that Monday. Walk it on the Tuesday. Give it a good trot on the Wednesday. Give it a little bit of aerobic work on the Thursday, and you're playing it, just another trot on a Friday, and you're playing it Saturday, Sunday. So that would be, but if you're playing it 3 days a week and your tournaments are spread out, let's say you're playing on a Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, or something like that, give it a nice, good, long, easy walk on the days between, just to get it stretched out and get those sore muscles done, and stretched out. And that's as close as I can get to an answer from this question, because I'm not quite sure exactly what is being asked here.
Yeah, Gav, I think you've answered that really nicely. It's hard to answer it without having a little bit more specification on the question. But I think for most people, that's, very useful takeaway pointers on sort of a general scenario of what you can be doing, because clearly everyone's situation is slightly different depending on the amounts that they're playing, the level that they're playing. So I think that
the biggest mistake people make if they're going to go and play, let's say they're going to play Friday, Saturday, they give the horse an easy off day on Thursday, and they get into that Friday game, and the horse is lethargic and dead, and on Saturday it plays really well. Where if you just do a bit of aerobic work on the Friday, and just get it breathing and get it kind of air in its lungs and things like that, and get it mobile.
It's sharp.
And don't do it too long. You've got it sharp. You find on the Saturday, you've got to play the game, and you've got a sharp horse under you. It's not this lethargic, dead animal. And that's a really big thing, to be honest, is the day before you play it. Just get it moving and get it really sharpened up a little bit, not long, just a little bit to put some air in it.
Yeah, I was watching the high goal in the States, And at halftime during one of the games, the commentators, what's his name,
Toby Wayman.
Wayman, yeah, his father was the Tengola, yeah.
Tommy's son.
Yeah, Tommy's son. He was just, I think he was talking about, I think it was Sapa Cassette side, or one of the main sides, and what they do before game day. So if they're playing like, so it's Thursday afternoon, on Wednesday morning, they have a practice chuckers. And I think they generally like half chucker all of the horses, and they just get them out there and get them playing, get them sharp. And it's obviously not competitive, but and it just gets them. And then the following day they're good to play. And I find it so often, if we haven't given our horses that session the day before, on the actual day, they always just off the pace.
So sluggish.
Just off the pace, and then the next day they're firing. So yeah, really,
you're looking at a high gold team in the US Open there, and they've got the whole setup to be able to go and play a chucker for the horse.
Yeah.
So exactly what Toby's saying. But if you a single player and you don't have that luxury, take the horse and go and do some quick work with it. Don't go and stick and ball or do anything. Work for the horse and work it until it's breathing reasonably hard and quit. Because it's quite interesting. I used to do quite a lot of work back in the day with a racehorse trainer called Terence Millard. And Terence won every big race in South Africa. And he used to take blood almost on a daily basis and spin it to see what the difference, what the ratio between the hemoglobin, the red blood, and the white blood corpuscles was. Okay? Because, and he'd find that the horses that didn't have enough, hemoglobin, he would give him a good stern, push, and they automatically generate the hemoglobin because the body is telling them, hey, you're running out of oxygen here.
Yeah.
And they'd get into those main races and win them. And he told me this. And I found that the horses that didn't see out a chucker, I was doing that and working them anaerobically, not aerobically, because the long trotting is aerobic work. I would take them and, once like early in the week, really use the horse very strongly until you could feel it dying under you. Then quit dead and just walk the horse calm. Don't trot it out. Don't do anything more. And I promise you, by the end of the week, that horse was seeing a chucker out, no problem at all.
That's very interesting.
Yeah. So it's just, that stress makes the body react, and the same as with us, I would guess.
Yeah.
Just to add to that point, though, Rob, I'm worried with what I've said, that guys are going to go out now every week and kill their horses.
Burn their horses.
Okay, because that's going to detract from the longevity of the horse. If the horse is seeing out a chucker and it's good, then just that bit of air in it the day before the game is enough. If it's a horse that keeps, kind of dying with energy at the end of a chucker, then you need to do that once or twice, and you will find that the horse is fine for quite a while. Yeah. I'm not advocating going to go and kind of school that horse to such a point, because you're going to end up with strained tendons and, other issues.
Yeah, and not to do it at the beginning of the season when the horse isn't quite yet fit, and it's his first set of chuckers and it didn't last the whole, got tired halfway through the chucker.
Exactly right.
Go out and burn it the next week. No. Okay, cool. No, that's great. Good clarification.